once I found a small group, a campus group, getting to know the guys in the group and really taking it beyond just the Sunday morning get together. You get to know these guys and you're able to find out, hey, like I'm not the only one that struggles with stuff. When you see somebody else struggling, something specific, you're able to speak truth into their life. That becomes possible through these small groups.
Going through certain things we've sort of have gone through without a community of believers around us, and with a community of believers, having those people that can literally come to your house and pray with you and kind of peel you off the floor when you're going through something difficult. People that you're really doing life with, you're being raw with, and you are, it's not just coming to church, it's doing church with these people, and it's really developing a deep friendship and love for one another, and the importance of being in that kind of a community. I feel like that's what God intended. There's really no way to experience that unless you're actually in community with one another. You're intentionally seeking that out, and you are seeking a group of people that you can and be one-on-one with. It's completely different than just being involved in the service during Sunday morning.
It's really cool to learn from all ages. We all, as we mature, are older than somebody, but I still learn from those younger ones, different ways that they do things, and to get to know their hearts and just see where they're at. On a Sunday morning in a 3-minute welcome time, that's just not time to get to know each other and get past, hi, how are you, I'm fine. So that has been really beneficial to me, to get to know people on a little more open level and know their needs and know how to pray for them, and then and vice versa for them for me.
The top thing that I can think of going back through the campus groups I've been involved with was, as a matter of fact, I believe it was Ryan's class when he would ask, what things are you doing in your quiet time? How are things going? What do you do? What would you like to do? And for me, being a guy that had been a Christian for a number of years, you'd think I'd kind of be past that. But to hear other people, to hear their struggles, to see what they're doing, I would think, gosh, that sounds really good to me. I think I'd like to try doing that for a while.
When we decided that was something that we wanted to do, we wanted our children to see us do that. We really wanted that to take a importance in our lives, and the reason why we were involved in church. It was kind of a leap of faith, It was kind of like, okay, we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna see how it goes week to week. And it was like every week that we were involved and we got to know these people and we prayed with these people and we kind of shared our lives with these people, it just became so much more of a kind of a release of just being comfortable and knowing that we're not alone, and we're not the only people that go through difficult times. We're not the only people that struggle with our children. The more we were involved in it, the more it became apparent that it was so necessary in our lives and in our involvement in the church, and really just experiencing what God intended for us as far as being a community with other believers.
Being in a small group has been terrific, a big blessing in so many ways. One of them is just having brothers that I can use as sounding boards, and I can experiment with ideas and just work my faith out in community. It's been a terrific blessing, and those men speak wisdom and truth into my life, and they encourage me. I'm a better husband, father, employee, and more importantly, follower of Jesus Christ because I've been involved in a small group. Anytime someone shares a need with you, it presents a tremendous opportunity to be the hands and feet of Jesus, and it's such a blessing to participate in that.
As believers, we really need that time when we gather together corporately, where we get together and we pray and we sing and we give and we hear the word faithfully preached. God meets us there. It's a special time, special things happen, and it is good for us to be a part of that. But another part of walking with God is joining together in a small group of believers. where we come together and we do things that just can't happen in a corporate setting. We get together and we can pray really specifically for each other. We can share the difficulties and troubles and struggles of life. We can pray very specifically. We can do ministry together and for one another. And we can just build really close, personal, accountable friendships centered around the gospel. The Bible tells us that it wasn't good for man to be alone, and it's really not good for Christians to try to do the Christian life alone. We see this in the New Testament, where most of the letters that are written to churches, and over 30 commands tell us that we're supposed to be doing things with one another or for one another. Bonhoeffer called this doing life together, and it's one of the reasons that we really want to encourage you to join one of our small groups at Trinity. We tried to make this as easy as possible and offer these different options, such as we have community groups, and community groups meet off campus, usually in a home, and they meet sometime during the week at a time that would really fit your schedule and be convenient for you. We also have campus groups that meet on Sunday morning, and these are open to everyone. They study a lot of different topics and really provide you the place to really form those relationships. But we also offer these one-year classes, and they meet on Sunday mornings, and they have all the relational parts that we want to see in a small group, but their topics focus on something very specific like marriage or apologetics or the spiritual disciplines, just things that will really help you in your walk with God. So I really want to encourage you, find out about our groups, find one that you think you can be a part of, join it, and really commit to following God and walking with Him as part of one of these groups.